Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to S Historia, where we uncover the most mind-blowing secrets of our planet's incredible past. I'm your guide through the corridors of time, and today we're embarking on the most ambitious journey ever attempted on this channel. A 65 million year odyssey that reveals how you came to exist. Before we dive into this absolutely jaw-dropping story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, because what we're about to reveal will challenge everything you thought you knew about human origins. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single moment of this archaeological adventure. Now, picture this scene with me. The day that changed everything. Imagine our precious planet Earth peacefully spinning around the sun, minding its own business. Life was thriving. Plants and animals were showing off their incredible complexity. Then, approximately 65 million years ago, something absolutely catastrophic happened. Bam! A massive asteroid, and I mean truly colossal, came crashing down from the cosmos. This wasn't just any space rock. This cosmic intruder slammed into our planet with such devastating force that it created a dusty chaos that spread across the entire globe. Here's what will blow your mind. Even today, we can still find remnants of that dust layer preserved in sedimentary rocks. If you dig just below that layer, you'll discover something incredible. Fossils of creatures that were living their best prehistoric lives before that asteroid came and ruined the party. The rise of the furry underdogs. But here's where our story gets fascinating. Imagine the planet doing a massive cleanup, leaving tons of empty spaces just waiting to be filled. And guess who seized this golden opportunity? The mammals. These small, furry creatures that have been living in the shadows finally got their moment to shine. But here's the puzzling question that baffled scientists for decades. How did this catastrophe turn into such a beautiful opportunity for mammals? The answer is actually quite simple and brilliant. With no predators hunting them down, they grew larger, multiplied rapidly, and watched their populations explode across the continents. All sorts of mammals joined the party to fill those empty niches. Primates, rodents, the whole furry gang. We're talking about placental mammals, marsupials, and even egg-laying mammals, which added a serious touch of variety to the mix. Our closest relatives make their entrance. We like to think of primates as our closest relatives on Earth. But what's their incredible story? Approximately 63 million years ago, just a few million years after the dinosaurs' last dance, primates decided it was time to throw a family reunion. But then something extraordinary happened. They split into two distinct groups. The haplorhines, who would eventually become the monkeys and great apes we know today, and the strepsirrhines, who evolved into lemurs and lorises. Enter the Tarsier Nature's Night Vision champion. But the party didn't stop there. Around 58 million years ago, the haplorhines began their own special mission. A very special guest entered the scene. The Tarsier, with its enormous eyes perfectly designed for all kinds of nocturnal shenanigans. Now, pay attention to these incredible facts about tarsiers that will absolutely amaze you. They're the only primate that feeds exclusively on meat. These little predators have a serious taste for insects, small birds, rodents, and even lizards. Their eyes are twice as large as their brains. Their heads can perform a 180-degree pirouette, just like an owl. They possess superpower ultrasound detection abilities to spot prey instantly. Their legs and feet work like springs, always ready to launch them into action. They have a special ankle bone called the tarsus, which allows them to make epic leaps, hence their name. The Tarsier chose a different path from its primate relatives, embracing its unique niche and evolving separately. Today, Tarsiers are the true kings and queens of the night. When Earth turned up the heat. Around 55 million years ago, Earth literally turned up the thermostat. This heat wave proved too difficult for many deep ocean creatures and plants to handle, and they made their exit from the stage of life. But remember what I always say. Every ending is just the beginning of something else, right? The cetaceans, ocean mammals, saw their chance and seized it with both flippers. They rushed into those empty niches and became masters of the seas. In this incredible category of creatures, we find the blue whale and the dolphin. Ida, the misunderstood star. Here's a story that will make you laugh about how science sometimes gets things spectacularly wrong. Around 47 million years ago, a particular primate made its appearance. Scientists today affectionately call the fossil of this creature Ida. This little marvel caused a massive sensation because it was initially presented as the missing link in human evolution. But here's the hilarious part. It turned out that Ida wasn't part of the dry-nosed haplorhines at all, but rather belonged to the wet-nosed strepsirrhines. Talk about an embarrassing scientific mix-up. 40 million years ago, another major event occurred in the primate world. The New World monkeys, our distant cousins, decided to take a different path and break away from our Old World monkey lineage. They packed their bags and set off to conquer South America, where they still live today. But, here's the fascinating question. What distinguishes them? One crucial element sets them apart. Old World monkeys have nostrils pointing downward, while New World monkeys have nostrils pointing sideways. Around 25 million years ago, another band of monkeys entered the scene. These creatures had something very special, or rather, they were missing something special. They had no tails. These unique creatures would become our closest relatives. We're talking about the lesser apes and great apes. Cool dudes who share a tremendous number of genetic similarities with us. The first ape to break free from this monkey madness was the gibbon. Around 18 million years ago, this little acrobat made its entrance on the evolutionary stage. A few million years later, the great apes also joined them. The orangutans were the pioneers, venturing into the wild regions of Southeast Asia. We're getting closer and closer to the present. 7 million years ago, the great apes took a significant turn on evolution's highway. One path led to our ancestors, the future Homo sapiens, while the other would lead to chimpanzees and bonobos. These two primate branches stayed together for a few million years before taking different paths. Australopithecus, the first walker. 5 to 6 million years ago, an ape changed the entire game. Australopithecus made its entrance into our evolutionary history. It possessed a very special talent: bipedalism. Indeed, this was one of the first apes to walk on 2 feet, which probably caused the greatest bewilderment among its primate companions. Can you imagine the other apes watching this creature walking upright, thinking, "What is that crazy ape doing?" The Australopithecines, tool-making pioneers. But the real superstars arrived around 4 million years ago. Meet the Australopithecines, the first members of the hominina subtribe, our tribe. What made them so incredibly special? Probably the fact that they came fully equipped with stone tools, to be precise. It seems that at some point in their evolution, these clever primates started using stone to make life easier for themselves. Survival of the smartest. Now, here's a crucial turning point in our story that will blow your mind. Around 2 million years ago, our ancestors faced a massive famine. Survival of the fittest became the order of the day, and two distinct strategies emerged. Strategy 1. The strong jaw approach. The first group opted for more powerful jaws, allowing them to chew tough foods like nuts and hard seeds. Strategy 2. The big brain gamble. The second group had a completely different idea. They chose weaker jaws, but bigger brains. They wanted access to a greater variety of foods through intelligence and innovation. Obviously, the bigger-brained group won this evolutionary race, and that's where our team enters the game. Homo habilis, the handyman. Around 2.5 million years ago, a type of primate nicknamed Homo habilis, the handyman, made history. These intelligent creatures had larger brains and knew exactly how to use those neurons to their advantage. Homo erectus, the first adventurers. Then, approximately 1.9 million years ago, a new star appeared in the firmament, Homo erectus. These creatures didn't just walk upright, they also had brains almost twice as large as Homo habilis. They took the world by surprise by becoming the first of our ancestors to venture out of the African continent. They even knew how to tame fire. Can you imagine being the first human to control fire? Talk about a game changer. The Cultural Revolution begins. Pay attention to these mind-blowing milestones in human history. 700,000 years ago, the world witnessed a culinary revolution when the first traces of cooking appeared. Our ancestors discovered that cooked food was not only tastier, but also easier to digest. Then, 500,000 years ago, our ancestors decided it was time to become fashion-conscious, creating the first traces of clothing. No more running around naked in the cold. Homo sapiens, the ultimate achievement. Our own species was born just 300,000 years ago. I told you we were fashionably late to the party, but the world was never the same after the appearance of Homo sapiens, anatomically modern humans. Alongside other members of our family, we emerged, ready to conquer the world with our innovative minds and complex societies. The Neanderthal connection. The exact path of our evolution remains somewhat mysterious, but what we're certain of is that the Neanderthals joined the party at some point. Recent discoveries have revealed something incredible. Modern humans actually interbred with Neanderthals. Most people today carry between 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA. The power of language. The rise of Homo sapiens came with the development of linguistic capabilities. Modern language appeared almost simultaneously with our species. We began expressing ourselves, sharing stories, and shaping the world with our words. This was perhaps the most revolutionary development of all, the ability to share complex ideas